In a staff meeting that was held yesterday, convened by the city clerk, Mr. Kutosi James, after the restructuring exercise in the city, a number of deployments have been made, and there have been changes in office bearers, and it has seen a number of other people getting out of the city to other areas. One of the affected officers that is moving out of the city where served for some good time is the Deputy Town Clerk, Ms. Kenneth Hatuli, who has been appointed by means of local government and is pending deployment in one of the 10 cities that were created at the same time with Mbale City. Now, in that aspect, it has also been taken on that Mr. Mbale Robert, who has been the principal town clerk at Industrial Division, is now taking on as assistant deputy town clerk, city clerk for Mbale, as we see others like former town clerk of Nakaloke, town council Dr. Aaron Mulianyima, taking on as division state clerk of Northern Division City in Mbale. Then we see Kasim Owoga, who was formerly town clerk of Bugema Town Council, taking on as division town clerk for Industrial Division. And this has been with other Mr. Busiku, who was town clerk of Northern State Division, takes on as to deputize Mr. Owoga Kasim at Industrial Division as senior assistant town clerk at the division, as we penned posting of substantive division clerks from the center. You will notice that deployment of the division state clerks, it is now being taken over by the postings are by means of local government, and we are aware that a number of people did interviews at the same time that our own deputy town clerk, Mr. Katulu, was doing interviews. So as is pending to be transferred to deployed in another place, we also look forward to see other people being posted to head Northern Division, Industrial State Division, and also a deputy state clerk for the city. We expect we have about 4 directly by the center. Those are the 2 division clerks and the deputy city clerk. Those are all appointed by the center and posted here. Now we have also our former Principal Commercial Officer, Mr. Marumo Michael, who is now the Principal Treasurer in charge of Northern Division. And we have Mr. Wamembo Joseph, who was Treasurer in Northern Division, now as Principal Treasurer at Industrial City Division. We have Haruna Rolona, who has been the acting Division Treasurer in Industrial Division, becoming the State Commercial Officer. And we have also now got a full-fledged Department of Revenue, headed by Principal Revenue Officer, Mr. Musamari Alfred, with other people serving under him. We have also had Annette Namase, who is formerly as Senior Assistant Secretary, and has now been moved on to become the State Community Development Officer and head that Department of Revenue. The departments of education remain being headed by Madam Nasmio Linas. Engineering is still being headed by Engineer Kasata. Health is still headed by Dr. Mgonyi, who is now the State Medical Office of Health. We have a number of other deployments. You notice that from the time the state was created, people have not been substantively appointed in substantive positions. We held the appointments of either the municipality or the district, but all the employees in the city now are holding appointments issued by the city under the directive of the City Service Commission. One of the key things that the town clerk said has given to all people who have assumed offices in the city is that in the first 100 days, everybody must come up with a work plan. But a lot of focus is being put on revenue generation because we've been performing poorly in revenue. And then the other area of concern is the area of garbage management, and the people have been directed. as we speak, we are going into an executive committee meeting where there is going to be consideration for an ordinance on garbage management, where people in the city, business people, both in the business community and in the residential areas, garbage management is being privatized. It is going to be dealt with private collectors who individuals pay. But the one thing that is coming that has not been on, if they find garbage, actually people collecting garbage in front of your shop or your building, then you will be held responsible because you are supposed to take care of sanitation around your own what? Building. We are not expecting that once the council team come and find garbage in front of your shop, then you will be really responsible for that garbage and its disposal and will be penalized. This is coming up with a number of fines once the ordinance is confirmed. We are also calling on the general public to embrace the new changes. There are going to be a number of changes in a few things that have been operating. Businesses operating in the sanitary lanes has forced people to begin collecting garbage on the roads because they have nowhere to collect it. The sanitary lanes were made for other purposes. We have now turned them into shops. There is a discussion that is going on. There is a likelihood of not licensing shops in corridors, in sanitary lanes, so that they are ready for work for people, and so that we do not find people collecting garbage on the streets. Because people used to collect their garbage behind their shops. Now behind the shops you find what? Other shops. Therefore people have no option but to put garbage on the what? On the roads. To be holding substantive positions. They did not carry on their serious mandates. But now that people have been given their correct mandates in their job descriptions and what, and their key deliverables, because we are appraised according to the roles that you are given to do. So once they have given you a docket and you are not performing, your appraisals shall rate you low, and it has a very big impact on you as an individual employee, not your employer, not the people we serve. We expect that this time around people are going to stick to their roles, and like we are saying, we are given 100 days for each of us to give his work plan. Personally, as a person in charge of communication, I've been charged to ensure that there is timely release of information to the public, and then we are opening up. We already have a complaints desk, but we are going to make all the lines public, and we are also trying to I'm intending to ensure that we have toll-free lines and are given to the public, that they raise up any issue, because that is going to help the members of the public when they have toll-free call for lines to call in and report any incidents that we can immediately follow up. The essence of this is to ensure that we cut down on the rampant corruption, especially by the field staff who go soliciting for some bribes from the public. We want to reduce on that. That is basically one of the areas. In enforcement, if people are picking people's properties that they are selling them in a wrong place, let us see them being banned in front of cameras, because there are complaints of things being carried out by enforcement, and then the enforcement staff will end up sharing them. We want, once you get them that are illegal, put them together, ban them in the glare of cameras, that the public will know that they captured these. And if this can be done twice a week, then that will tell all illegal vendors to move away from from the streets. We have told people we have markets like Busamaga, it is now still an open market. We have a market in Adra there, it is still open. We still have some spaces in the main market. There's a market down there. There are a number of markets.